Hello, space friends. Captain Snuggles here, back in X4 Foundations to bring you episode 9 of Casino Snuggale. It has been a couple of weeks since I played as our daring protagonist, Snuggalo7, and I'm a little bit rusty. I've been pretty hands off. As you can see, I've been messing around with Beta 8.0 with these sweet new visual effects. And, well, I've been playing sort of the Fleet Admiral playstyle, getting some tests ready for when the full release happens, and so I have not actually been at the controls of a ship in a minute. And so, seeing as I'm a little bit rusty, I figured what better time to do the one big test of technical skill in this run than now. So, that's what I'm doing. I am heading to the HQ Kajar's library to kick off the gambling den research, which involves the infamous race. So let me go ahead and get this going. Oh yeah, let me turn Boso back up. I would not want to miss out on the excellent voice acting. So, here we go. Alright, we are arranging a meeting with the supervisor who has some ideas about how to attract better workers. So, we're off to do that. Let's see. What has happened since last episode? It's going to be a little struggle for me to remember. Let's see. Right. Where we left off, I had just captured the Carolina Crumb, the big monitor that was attacking my station. And since then, it's been a little while in game, probably a few hours, but mostly what I've been doing is getting the Carolina Crumb sort of stripped down and refit, which made me a decent little bit of money. Let's see, I also stole the blueprints for hull parts and used that to finish a couple of station construction missions. Well, finished one and have one more in progress. And really, that's about it. Considering how much legwork I put in between episodes, it feels like I should have gotten a little bit more done than that, but I didn't. So, even so, we're sitting at over 34 million credits, which is good stuff. Absolutely the high water mark by far of this run. But I am gonna need those credits, both to build the gambling den and the casino, and also to do a couple of supplementary activities that I will let you know about when the time comes. But for right now, for the first time this playthrough, Snuggalo7 is going to actually set foot on his headquarters. So here we are. You can see I have not done much with the place. It is very bare bones. I think the only thing I've done is just added a couple of trade ships and one small storage, and that's it. So yeah, really being very utilitarian with this playthrough. As you already know. Oh, I'm talking to a Talati this time. That's exciting. Maybe there's always a Talati here. It's been a little while since I did this quest, so we'll see. Here we go. First face-to-face meeting with Bozo Ta. Alright. Here we are. I feel like I would remember if this guy were here. That's cool. Alright.
I thank you for meeting with me. I am a shift supervisor for one of your factories. After discussing this issue with the manager, I felt it prudent to also approach you. A number of workers have been leaving their tasks unfinished. They have been visiting an entertainment center that recently opened in a nearby sector.
So, you wish to punish these delinquents and are seeking our permission?
Not exactly. I think we can profit from incorporating a similar facility on our station. My subordinates would find it more convenient, and we would have a better better negotiating position for attracting new workers.
Sounds like you've given this quite some thought.
If punishment is off the table, then I suppose that creating an environment to exert more control is desirable.
It is simply limiting our losses.
How do you expect us to proceed? Do you happen to have a blueprint for this module?
I do not, but I can tell you where to find the Argon in charge of that entertainment center. He seems rather excited at the prospect of competition. I look forward to your decision.
I am curious as to how this can improve productivity. Perhaps it is worth your attention.
I must return. I thank you for your time.
Alright, well, that is about how I remember it. Except with that sweet Telati with awesome space goggles. Love that. Okay. Well, while I'm here, I guess I might as well check and see if I have anything in storage. Apparently not. Okay. Well then, I guess that's all I'm doing here. Later, fellas. Back to the URG. And I'll see this casino manager.
Nodem, Vanguard.
Right, I forgot I don't like to double click on the seats in this run because I end up teleporting into Captain Whelm's crotch. It's, not quite my favorite thing. Oh man. Wow. We're going all the way out there, huh? Okay, well, I'll see you all on the other side. And I made it. Finally. It only took me 2 more weeks. So, yeah, as you might have guessed from me mentioning Beta 8.0 previously, I recorded that last bit right before 8.0 itself released. And then, of course, I had a bunch of testing to do. So, I maybe put off this bit of the run for another couple of weeks. We can say that I was just trying to give myself a bigger handicap. You know, 2 weeks of rustiness initially was not enough. I needed another 2 weeks. And I also... Greetings. And I also maybe played a little bit of No Man's Sky in between. You know, just purely for the sake of throwing off my X4 muscle memory. Oh. Dang, that's a cool looking NPC. Alright. Let's comply. Alright. So, pause this before I go and do this. This is in Bright Promise. In my home territory? Are we serious? Yeah, I'm not going to stand for that. That's for sure. Pirate, 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 pirate. There it is. Pillager, Minotaur, Raider. Yeah, we're going to kill that thing. And I'm going to have my guy pick that drop. Well, my gal, excuse me, pick that drop right back up. And hopefully she will drop back off at Kawasaki Power and Light and be able to carry on. Also, did I remember to flip these panels around? Yes, alright, I have all these energy panels these solar panels plan to be flipped around so they're actually facing the right direction, finally. Okay. Yep, here comes my construction vessel now. Okay, now where was I? Before I got so rudely interrupted by pirates, I was going to talk to the casino manager. Now, I do think I'm going to sort of blitz through this interaction because at least I get an audio glitch in the bar here. So I'm sort of on a timer.
One of my usual patrons. I assume you're here to keep tabs on your workers.
Sure.
Oh, of course I do. I have the
Yep, utmost respect. I got it.
The odds-on favorite is in the lead with the
Right, so we're watching a race.
The excitement we were hoping for. But they can't all be classics.
We're waiting for Lasanas to clear the
Wait.
nebula and make the run to the finish. Wait,
This is...
who's this?
Oh, this is the wormhole thing. The anomaly. I totally forgot this was part of it. Jeez. Guess we have visual and audio bugs.
Yet another miraculous comeback.
Alright. Yep, strange goings on in the race.
I have such a blueprint. Well, the various
Right.
racing leagues allow all sorts of the recent race outcomes have
So,
left an unfortunate financial
this guy is now broke, and we need to help him by disrupting these strange goings on. And to do that, oh no no no, the bug. I think the upshot. I'm sorry, I hate that double music bug so much. It's too bad. It's one of the best tracks in the game. One of them. There are a lot to choose from. Oh, anyway. Right. So I think the upshot there was that we need to deliver this guy a racing ship, which we will then need to pilot, surprise, surprise, in order to gain entry into one of these racing leagues to then disrupt this mysterious upstart who's strangely winning all these unlikely races. So, to that end, let's see, what do I need to deliver here? Alright, the specs are 380 speed, 4200 travel speed, 6060 pitch and yaw. Huh. That's not gonna be hard to get. Interesting. Let's see, I want a parentage ship, for reasons that will become clear soon. And I think the Alliance sells it, and it'll be cheaper there. So, let's see, yep, Pegasus Vanguard, perfect. I'm gonna load up high preset just to bypass a couple of clicks. Thrusters. I remember struggling with strafing now and again in this race back when I did it way back in the day. So I do think we want all round. Shields, we'll just go Paranid Mark 1. Weapons, I do like having a gun on my ships for no particular reason. I don't think we get to keep this ship. I think we lose it like right after the race. But still, I don't like flying ships without guns, so I'm putting a gun on it. Software should all be fine. I'll save myself a couple of bucks, I guess. I don't need crew. Okay, and then the engines. Only needed 380 and 4200. We definitely don't need Telati Travel Mark III. Alright. I do think I want Telati, though, because I think they're good at slowing down. They have a pretty good ratio of reverse thrust to forward thrust. Although, let me check. Oh, yeah. So those are really good at slowing down. What about Argon? Combat, so they're equal. Paranid is also equal. So yeah, I think I want Telati. Just to give myself a little bit more control, and also because they have really good boost duration and boost recharge rate. Even though the percent per second is low, that obviously scales, the percentage scales with the total capacity. So it's still really good recharge rate and capacity. So I think I need that. Okay, and I think that's the loadout. And now for the christening. So, I am, in fact, using this ship to thank my final charity drive donor. And you will soon see why I needed it to be a parentage ship, because the name is pretty unique. This donor's chosen name is Floundericious. And, of course, this is not the most floundery-looking parentage ship, but you still get the idea. And, yes, I know we will be parting ways with this ship almost immediately, but this, hopefully brief few minutes, will be possibly the most impactful few minutes of the playthrough. So, I think it's an appropriate way to thank a donor. So, as I cue this up, Floundericious, thank you very much for your generous donation. I really appreciate it, and so do the sick kids who benefit from it. Thanks again, and I look forward to racing with your ship very soon. Alright. Now then, so I just need to bring it over here when it's done. When will it be done? Minute and 17 seconds. So I can just CETA through that. Then CETA the Floundericious right over here. And get in there. Oh, nice! And I just finished building a factory for a mission. That is awesome. Almost 45 million credits. That is great. I'm going to be able to do some fun things with that before the run ends, so look forward to that. I will let you speculate a little bit as to what that might be. Oops, I just teleported into Captain Wellham's abdomen again. Alright. CETA on. I'm going to get the Floundericious over here, and I will see you when that happens.
Pegasus, Vanguard.
Here it is. Floundericious coming in hot. I want to say we just get teleported right to it.
Great work in getting that ship. Come and speak with me, and we'll get started.
Ah, okay. We have to talk to this guy first. Talk to Direk Wada, which is a heck of a name. Now, I think I might need to fly this thing right off the bat and just jump right into the race, which is going to be a little bit rough, because I have not been at the controls of this ship before. I'm going to do my best to not embarrass myself,
That ship is our
as is usually the
One
goal.
of the lower ones, at least. Don't worry, we're not aiming to enter you into some crazy death race. The fewer people involved.
Yes, yes, I have to pilot it. Surprise, surprise.
With that ship, I think you'll do great. Once you ace it, are you ready to go?
Alright, let's give it a shot. Here we go, teleporting over. We're doing it right in this system, which I don't think I've ever done before. I only remember doing this race in Silent Witness. We'll see if it's any different. I kind of feel like probably not. Alright. Gonna give this a shot. I'll probably fly very conservatively for the first lap. Just get a feel for the ship and the course, and then try to speed up on subsequent laps. I think you just need to make it through 3 or 4 laps, like, period. Or you can get the time.
To go. Give it your best shot.
I will do my best to get the time. We'll see. Alright. Boost is pretty responsive, unsurprisingly. Alright. Don't know if there's really time to travel drive over to this one. Kinda seems like no. Ooh. Swirly. Probably do not want auto roll on. Okay. Probably. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. Come on, ship. Where is my velocity indicator? Jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, no. The brakes are really responsive. I guess that's kind of why I picked Salati engines, but they're kind of surprising me. Of course, I say that. I don't know, it handles strangely. I have not spent much time flying scouts, like, at all. Okay.
Not quite there on that one. Keep going.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I hit the brakes on that, but it did not brake. Okay. Well, this is probably not the lab either, Drek, I hate to tell you. Alright. Ooh, squirrely. Do it. Okay. Do not need travel drive for this. Might have actually just screwed myself with travel drive. I was doing okay-ish. Why are we going this way, ship? Come on! Okay. Wait, what? Did I make it?
That's great work. You're an
Hey!
expert.
Nice!
Safe and sound and move on to your next step.
Okay, well, that was...
How's the plan coming along?
You know, I got the required time on the final lap, so
I actually think it would be a good idea.
I guess I technically did it.
Even if it is just to help us avoid suspicion when we start poking around. You are probably better suited to recruit.
Okay, so now I need to recruit a pilot.
They're gonna be flying your ship.
Man, yeah, that was rough.
I'm gonna chase up
That was
some
super rough.
There's another
Okay, go away, dude. Jeez, yeah. Squirrely little ship right here. Still, it did its job. Right at the very last minute, I managed to kind of get the hang of it and get over the finish line. So, like I said, short and sweet. Floundericious, thank you very much for your valuable contribution. Now let me round up a pilot. Who do I need? 2-star piloting, 1 1/3 morale. Alright. Just gonna check my Hermes pilots. Pretty close. I have some decent pilots sitting around. Let me find someone who has... Ooh, Cobra pilot. No, that's my Cobra. Oh, here we go. The Elite Sentinel. Perfect.
Can I help?
Oh, no, one of my sunglasses NPCs? No. Man. Fine. I guess the Floundericious deserves it. Now, let me quickly find somebody else to pilot that Elite. Hey, Talati.
Drek here. I think I need a bit of help. I started following a pair of race officials, but they've split up. I'm sure those guys are up to no good.
Okay,
I'm
man.
keeping an eye on one ship, but I'll need you to find the other one. I'll send you what information I have.
And I want to recruit this Talati. This guy is very cool looking. Has no piloting skill, but that's okay. He only needs to pilot an elite sentinel. Yeah, I'm sure it will, dude. Okay. So, I will get back on board the Yuri G and head over to Anomalous Fortune, where I do believe we are going to find that anomaly. Spoiler alert. Teleported inside Wellham again. Alright, off we go. It is a little way to get over there. Oh, but you know what? Maybe I can take a little detour on my way over there. Yeah, I want to check something out while we're over in this area before I head into Anomalous Fortune. Because, although I've been doing a pretty good job of ignoring the whole update in this playthrough so far, there is one thing that I just have to check out. Because we are on 8.0 hotfix 1. They said they were fixing one thing in this hotfix that is really important to me. So, I need to jump into one of the new systems. Well, I guess the only new system that is active on this save, and check it out. So there are actually 2 new systems in the game, but one of them is DLC. So there's just the one that I had active. Now, I do not have the Envoy Pack DLC on this save, unsurprisingly. So, I really like diplomacy. Don't get me wrong, it might be the least believable fictional political system I've ever seen in any form of media. But if you look at it purely as a menu for altering parameters of a video game, I think it's a great new feature. I think that the actual diplomacy part of it, like the ambassadors and embassy and whatnot, I think that part doesn't really fit Snuggale 7 here. I think the espionage part definitely does. Actually, when I was testing diplomacy, I managed to convince the Argon and the Talati to both invade the Vigor Syndicate. It would be so funny if I did the same thing in this save. However, the time requirement is probably a little bit too steep for what we have left in the run. It took me 20, maybe 25 hours, according to the in-game clock, you know, CETA and all that, to make that happen. And I just barely made it happen during my testing. So I think that's probably off the table for this run. But still, it would be theoretically appropriate for this character. So what we're going to look at now is not directly related to diplomacy, but it's one of my favorite things about the new update, and that is Void of Opportunity, the new system that's opened up between Holy Vision and Black Hole Sun. It's so cool. It opens up a lot of possibilities for the universe in general, at least this section of it. And it opens up possibilities to manipulate the balance of power. Hang on.
Entering system. Void of opportunity.
Dang it. Alright. That's too bad. So that right there is what I was hoping to look at. The way that Betty, the ship's computer, just pronounced Void of Opportunity there. He pronounces it Void of Opportunity, which is a very un-Betty-like way to pronounce things. In addition to just that I don't really like that the AI voice actor forgot that there are spaces between words. You know, Betty is a very slow and deliberate speaker, so yeah, I do not love that they've sort of mangled her voice with this update. And it's too bad, because this system is awesome. The big gas cloud is not very flattering looking from this angle, but from inside and from the far side, it looks absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, I have been avoiding this system recently because I hate hearing Betty mangle the voice lines when you jump in. It's too bad. And yeah, look at this. Look how pretty that is. Oh man, it's gorgeous. And so in the patch notes for 8.0 Hotfix 1, they had said they had fixed some pronunciations. I was really hoping that they had fixed Betty's pronunciations. She mispronounces this system and the neighboring one that's added by the DLC. Yeah, it's too bad. Because I would love to interact more with this system, get some things going on in here, because it is, like I said, absolutely beautiful. Having a base in the cloud there, building my casino in the cloud there would have been so awesome. But it's not going to happen. I can't stand the way they've massacred our girl. So, too bad. Alright, anyway, I just wanted to check that out.
Entering system. Fully vision.
It is still a cool system, as long as you don't have to jump into it and listen to Betty. Now then, after that silly little tangent, now I need to go and actually do this mission.
Entering system.
Okay, here we go. About to jump into what might be the biggest system in the game. I'm pretty sure it is. Nopilio's Fortune 2. Absolutely enormous. And we have to go all the way to the far side of it.
2.
Luckily, there's this highway here. Not sure we ever got an explanation as to how these highways got out into the absolute middle of nowhere like this. I say that, but I also did not play X Rebirth, so I bet the explanation is in there. I know there was some hint as to some of the highway construction in Albion Prelude, but I think most of it probably happened in Rebirth. Also don't know if you can fly through asteroids on these highways, and I don't really want to find out. I'm gonna try and dodge if that happens again. I want to say I spent a lot of time in this system on my first playthrough, but I cannot remember what I was doing. I bet I was hunting ships. I bet I was pirating. It's gotta be it. Man, this this system is so big. 17 kilometers a second, and it looks like I am barely moving. Yeah, anyway, Void of Opportunity, though. It actually connects to Black Hole Sun. Can't remember which one, but it connects to one of them. And it connects to Teladi space as well. Not this one, but the one south of it, I think. So that connection, that three-way connection between Argon, Teladi, and Holy Order, I think is really cool. If you want to help Holy Order, you can use diplomacy to make the Teladi friendly with them, so they'll trade. And really boost Holy Order's economy. They don't really need military help, they just need economic help. Then obviously if you want to help the Argon, you can have the Teladi become hostile to Holy Order and invade them and stomp them, because the Teladi are so strong. Or you can just have the Teladi stop trading with Argon too. That's an option as well.
Empty space.
A lot of tactical opportunities, quote-unquote diplomatic opportunities, using that new system. Super cool. Egosoft, if you're listening, please fix the pronunciation. Of course, I'm going to look like a fool if that was how Betty pronounced it in X3. There's no way, right? Betty would not pronounce a system like that. I'm really hung up on this, in case you can't tell. But thankfully there's distraction. Alright, here we are.
I have been watching your progress during this rather fruitless endeavor.
Thank you, Boso.
But it seems that you may have stumbled upon something fascinating. I implore you to search this area for any anomalies. Your systems are picking up telltale signs of a spatial rift, but it appears to be incredibly stable.
Let's investigate. No, the boost. Huh. That's interesting. I'm just checking out the flickering engines here. Are they doing that because the boost is recharging? Could be interesting.
I'm in a bit of trouble out here. I've taken damage. They placed mines out here. I'm repairing my engines, but there's a weird gravitational field that keeps bashing me around.
It appears that your acquaintance may have found the anomaly that is linked to this one. While it does appear safe to enter, you cannot be sure what is on the other side.
Up we go.
Entering.
Where did you come from?
Hey, fella.
I'm almost done with repairs, but those mines are getting awfully close. Mind taking them out?
Can do. What this ship was made for. Taking out mines. Well, and stripping surface elements.
Unknown object.
Should really upgrade the Yuriji's engines. These things are kind of pathetic. Alright. Or was it going... Oh, I was going slowly because of the gravitational anomaly. Duh.
Unknown object.
Don't know why I wasn't listening to Boso.
I'm back up and running. Question is, what do we do with this thing? I suspect this is what they've used to create shortcuts during the race.
Hello there. Allow me to interject. While I am curious as to what methods were used to stabilize such an anomaly, I believe that it is in our interest to return it to its natural state. Until we can ascertain the methods used, we must consider this a reckless activity performed by amateurs.
And how do you suggest we fix it?
I surmise that each traversal will introduce gravitational eddies which will serve to destabilize it. In short, fly through until you are lost. Let us hope that you do not find yourself in a Xenon stronghold.
If that's
Very
what it takes,
reassuring.
I'll do my part. I'll follow your lead.
Stable warp anomaly. Entering system. Nobilious fortune. Entering system. Silent witness. Entering system. Nobilious fortune.
Wait. That was
You
weird.
can hear me? I'm a bit lost, but I seem to be safe. I'll make my way back to the station. You get back safely.
But I'm not lost. Okay. Oh, sure. I'm gonna go back through anyway. Let's see where it takes me.
Entering system. Brand exchange.
Alright. I feel like this is probably a shortcut. I think I can probably get there from here faster than I could. Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Probably about the same. This was a long trip down the highway here. Bet it'll be a similar time at least. Ooh, okay. Well, there we go. I guess I will see you on the far side yet again. Well, that is a cool looking planet. I don't think I've ever actually stopped to look at it before. He was twin. I spent like no time here, so that makes sense.
Entering. He was twin. Read.
What's the angle from this one? It's the moon, I guess. Ah, there it is back there. Sweet. It's kind of pretty. Oh yeah. I also realized I totally forgot I was gonna put a mass mod onto the Floundericious to help it decelerate and accelerate and strafe around better. But then I saw how low the requirements are, and I
Autopilot
totally forgot.
disengaged.
Still, I got through it. I guess I didn't have to use the upgrade materials such as they are.
Civilian ship D.
A little bit of free reputation, why not?
Docking granted. Docking aborted.
Alright. There we go. Now let's wrap this up. Let's get this blueprint. I also haven't thought at all about where I'm going to put the gambling den. I'll figure it out. Ah, there he is. Hey, man.
Good to see you in one piece. Take a look. I entered our ship into the race today, and we seem to be doing quite well. Now we have to hope that our hard work has paid off. Anyone who tries to use that anomaly as a shortcut will get quite a surprise.
What a race! It's Lysanis leading the pack, followed by the newcomer from Trek Racing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Has once again disappeared. Will we see him make a miraculous comeback as we did in the previous event? No, it's Lysanis who crosses the line to take the lead in this championship. And a great result for Trek Racing, second place of the
Jeez.
first outing.
Well, I guess I'm going to be submitting a bug report.
Still no sign of Romancus. I guess his luck ran out.
Jeez.
There we have it. A much more palatable.
Well, there we go. We did
I
it.
have to thank you for your help.
We got Direct Wada a palatable result.
Once you've built one, that'll make us rivals, I suppose. I look forward to the competition.
I'm sure you do,
Wonder
man.
What happened to Robin Kent's?
I don't know what happened to Ramonkins. I wonder if... Does that spawn an abandoned ship out here or something? I feel like probably not. I feel like I would remember that, but I'm going to send an elite out to check anyway. Because why not? Also, I have an almost dead Pegasus sitting out here. I should probably get that fixed up. Okay, well, sweet. Let me once again go to the security office or something. Oh no, the manager's office. That'll be better. Hang out here and look out. Oh no, I forgot. Oh yeah, there is a window. There we go. Perfect. I love these Talati manager's offices. They're so cool. Yeah. Alright. Anyway. Alright, it is time. Time to build a gambling den. Then it is on to the casino. So, let me see. Let me also check one thing. Yes, I have researched the habitation module pack. Perfect. Ooh, and...
I believe we can improve
Wait.
on the entertainment facilities we have already constructed.
thought you had to build a gambling den. I'm positive that used to be... Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Was this intentional, or was this a bug, or did I just totally misunderstand? I could have sworn you had to build a gambling den, like actually finish constructing the module, or you could research the casino. But I guess you don't. Okay, well that changes things. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Okay. Second guess myself. So, while I'm building the gambling den, I will go ahead and research the diplomacy network.
To start that research. materials to get started.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and get that done. Maybe there's something silly I can get done with espionage in the limited time we have. We'll see. But all right, let's build a gambling den. We already have a construction vessel here anyway, so that works. Now, where do we put this thing? I guess we can just put it right up top, huh? Hang on. All right. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Wait for it. There we go. Little hat for the station. Perfect. Perfect. I was thinking about making the station even taller. And maybe I will eventually. But I think this is entirely fine. Isn't it? Hang on. Workforce. We only need 360 workers, huh? Alright, yeah, you know what? Hang on. Here we go. This is the ticket. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah. Confirm. Accept. And there we go. All right. It is going to take a minute for this to actually get built. Maybe I should have thought about that. Oh, I can just wiggle them a little bit, though. I can wiggle some of them a little bit, though. All right, there we go. So now this is being built third. The gambling den's being built third. That's fine. No, I do not want to discard them. I want to confirm them. Cool. There we go. All right. Well, there's that. Gambling den queued up. That is exciting stuff. This has been a serious step forward for the playthrough. Now we just have to finish that, then we have to go and scan some habitats. And hopefully at the same time I can steal the blueprints for those habitats so that I can tack some blueprints or some habitats onto the casino and thereby fill it with colorful alien gamblers. That's the hope anyway. So that will be the plan. And meanwhile, while my gambling den is building and I'm waiting for that, I think I can find a way to spend my 41.5 million credits in a way that will be entertaining for everyone. But before I sign off, I should say, let me get a, there we go. Before I sign off, I should say that now that I have finally thanked all of the generous donors from last year's charity drive, well, it's time for this year's charity drive. So I'm doing the same thing as last year. My friends and I have a team called One Frame Short Gaming. We are one of thousands of teams across the country who participate in the Extra Life charity fundraising event. The fundraiser is for Children's Miracle Network hospitals to help pay for the care for sick children who need help with their hospital bills. And it's especially important at this time of year as we start to come up on the holiday season. You know, this is when the fundraising drive really kicks into high gear, and we're trying to get these kids the help they need in time for the holidays. So, I would really appreciate it if those of you who have made it this far in the series would consider donating any amount to our fundraising campaign. We would really appreciate it, and the kids, I'm sure, would really appreciate it, and their families, I'm sure, would really appreciate it. If you are generous enough to make a donation, you can find the information down in the description. Thank you very much for at least thinking about it, and either way, the series will go on until Snuggale 07 has his casino. That'll be all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll tune in next time. And until then, this is Captain Snuggles, signing off.